we have going on here, we got the water connected to the hydrant. We got our filter. Then we have a 12 gauge PSI pressure regulator to regulate all of our 7 drip tapes we have underneath each row here. As you can tell, it takes a while for them to fill up, but as you can tell, they're going to start dripping right there. Tomatoes are looking nice. I got to go ahead and stake them and relift them up one more time because they're starting to fall over in the rows. We got some that are super tall already. So it's become a daily thing now where we have to water all the plants inside the greenhouse here. Everything's looking nice. These begonias we transplanted are looking fabulous. Just look at that, beautiful. We got a lot of tomato plants, more tomato plants, flowers, all kinds of stuff. These are the cucumbers I seeded. They have germinated. We kept them in that utility closet there for a couple of days. They sprouted out and they're looking wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So they're a little yellow because I left them in the dark a little too long. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to watering the greenhouse. We got to do it every day now, so it's nice and warm. So you know it's been 75 degrees outside. It is currently probably 85, 80, 90 degrees in here. It's super hot, even though the sides are rolled down. The heat gets trapped in here, so we'll get to watering them. I've been doing this every day for the past week, so I'm kind of getting a pro at it. So I just got done watering all the plants in the greenhouse. The cucumber seeds are right there, the starts. Then I just moved them up here, and we germinate them in a dark room. And then whenever they get about this size, you know, probably a little smaller, I forgot about them for overnight, and then I should pull them out that night, but it's all right. And they're a little too tall, but they're just yellow because they haven't got a lot of photosynthesis in. I moved them last night in the greenhouse, but that's how we water our plants here. It takes, you know, quite some time, but we have to get the job done. And for the ones who are wondering how long we water the tomatoes inside the high tunnel, I know that if you're a tomato grower or just you grow tomatoes for your hobby or whatever, it is very important to have a set schedule on how to water your tomato plants. We water every other day, and we calculated how much an emitter drops every drop of water that drops out. So what we do is we water every day for about an hour 15 every other day for about an hour and 15 minutes inside the high tunnel here. And we're on the clay soil, so your soil type matters a lot. We got you know, and this works perfectly fine for us. The tomato plants are growing good, so what I have to do now is go ahead and string up another row of strings on there to get them tied up, because you can tell they're already getting, you know, they're growing. This, you know, the warm weather's here, so as you guys can tell here, I gotta go ahead and put another string of another string to hold them back up from falling over. As you guys can tell over here, they're falling, like this one's falling over in the road, needs to be standing up, and that's a good sign that they're growing. But it's gonna give me some more work, but that's fine, you know. The more work, the better. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue, and I'm gonna go ahead and start stringing these up, and hopefully we'll get done pretty quick here. So that took longer than I expected. I usually get done with the whole tie tunnel 10 to 15 minutes. Today it took me 25 minutes. I didn't stake them last week because I was hoping all the plants would be at an even height. And there's a few spots where the plants are not growing as well as I expected. It's probably just in the back area. We have some bigger trees back there shading the high tunnel a little bit. But I went ahead and did it. And the tomato plants are growing great, especially the ones up here where they have full sun all morning. They're getting full sun about 13 hours a day now. Some of the plants have 12, 13 flowers on them. There's a lot of bud initiation going on, a lot of bud growth. So that's good news. And we're hoping that the frost is done for this year. We had a few nights there last weekend, but this Thursday night's supposed to get down in the upper 30s, 39 to 40 degrees. So we're hoping all the frost is done for the year. If it gets cold, we got the wood stove. We're not too worried about it. But this warm weather, I mean, today's 75 outside. It's really warm, nice. The plants are growing amazing. So now I got to go ahead and connect our sprayer to the tractor, and we got to go ahead and put our second spray. The trees, the peach trees are done blooming, and then the apple trees are now just started coming out of dormancy. I'm going to go ahead and put some more dormant oil on the trees. If you guys watched my previous video about the San Jose scale, we're going to get that taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and, if you guys are going ahead, stick around, and I'll get the job done spraying the trees. Alright, so the tractor's connected to the sprayer now. I'm going to go ahead and take it to the hydrant, fill it up, and then I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how our sprayer works. Gonna go ahead and let that fill her up. So for the ones who've been asking how our sprayer works, it's just a regular, let me go ahead and close this cap real quick there. It's a high pressure pump, and these valves here, you guys see here, there's two valves, one for each side of the spray nozzles, goes all the way into the cab of the tractor. Over there, that white thing right there, and that's where I control which side to turn on and off. So if there's not a row of trees on that side, I turn off the valve. This valve turns off, and the water, the pump doesn't have water on that side, but still spraying on this side. I can turn both of them on. turn both of them off all at once. So it's just everything happens in there. This is a pretty old sprayer. The newer ones, they have motion sensors, and if there's not a tree or an object in this in the place here, so the motion sensors are right here in the front. So by the time it reaches the back, and if there's not a tree there, it motions it, and then it turns off the nozzles automatically. And there's a big farmer out of the Boot Hill, Missouri, and he just bought 2 new sprayers like that. And he said it's going to save him about $50,000 worth of chemical spray every year. But he farms 1,000 acres, so you know, at that kind of acreage, you know, you would expect to buy equipment every few years. But for us, our size operation, this sucker works right here. It works pretty good. It gets the job done. It gets the top quality fruit that we need here on the farm. So it's just a pretty old system, old sprayer. And then it has, right here in the back, has another clutch. Spins it off, and it has 2 gears here, so you could use this. You could use this this sprayer here for big orchard grove, or like big groves, like walnut groves, where the spray needs to be 50 or 60 feet in the air. Or the second tone here, or second gear, is for small trees, so it's pushing about 15 foot in the air right now. So we just keep it on low speed. I mean, we never mess with it. The previous owner, he said he messed with it once, and he said it was a pain to fix. So we're just gonna leave it as is, and it gets the job done. It's a pretty simple sprayer. So here's inside the tank. It's a 500-gallon tank here. And that white stuff is just some oil I used last time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Hope I don't drop my phone. So it has an agitator connected straight to the drive shaft. It might be a little echoey. So that agitates the chemicals or whatever we mix in here, fertilizers or whatever. It agitates in the whole tank. And this is just, this bar right here is just a drive line going all the way to the back. And it has 2 different drive shafts going to the agitator and then the main drive line. And then here's the suction tank. It's a pretty simple sprayer. It sucks the water in through there, puts it through the pump here, and then it keeps it agitated. So not many sprayers like this. This is a special. I mean, these are orchard sprayers only, so you're not going to find these in any kind of production agriculture unless you're dealing with trees. So just a simple. I mean, for me, it's simple. But if you guys have any questions on how this thing works, I'm trying to explain it, you know, as summer goes on, because we use this about every 7 to 10 days, or if we have a big bug problem. So if you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below in the comment section about the sprayer. I'm trying to explain how everything works on the sprayer. So now about 2 hours has passed. The tank is full. I just put in the oil, the German oil, and then now it's filling up to the brim full. And we'll go to it. One of the most important things about spraying the trees is to have the wind speed needs to be under 5 miles an hour. That's mainly to get good contact on the wood and to not be wasting spray in the midair. So the wind speed right now is about 4 miles an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and start doing it. And as the day goes by and it starts getting closer to dark, the wind speed is supposed to drop down. Usually the night wind speed is probably 1 or 2 degrees, so miles per hour. So we're gonna go ahead and get this baby going and hopefully get all the trees sprayed tonight. So real quick before it gets dark, I was going to show you guys the stage that our apples are. We're on the red Jonathan block right now. There's about 5 acres back here of these red Jonathans, and I was going to show you guys before it got too dark. And right now the apples they're at the tight cluster stage. Let me see right there. Zoom in there. So that's the cluster where the apples are. And in there's all these bumps here. Those are going to be apple blossoms in a few weeks once it gets hot enough. Let me see if I can find. Well, here we go. Here's a better one. That some of the right there, that's apple pink, where that bud's gonna come out. So that's the stage where most of our orchards at right now. Here's a better, right there. That's tight cluster stage. So whenever the season keeps progressing, we're gonna see more, and those are gonna bloom out. So far on these red Jonathans and on our Galas, it looks like we're gonna have a good year on them. You know, it's been a long winter. We had that drought in last season, and on some varieties it affected the crop load because they didn't have time to enter the reproductive stage. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys before it gets too dark here exactly how the sprayer works while we're actually spraying the trees. And let me show you guys here real quick how the trees are supposed to look once they already got sprayed. So here's a baby tree that's sprayed. As you can tell, that dormant oil gets stuck to the bark there, and if it touched the bark right now, it's oily real quick. Oh, this one's in half. So this is a better example. This is the apple pink. So the next stage after this is going to be bloom, and after bloom it's petal fall. So these are the red Jonathan. This is probably on the, it gets more sunlight. That's the east. So it gets more sunlight, so it has it gets more sunlight. So then it's more progressed than the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue. I already finished our first box of apples, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how the sprayer works while the tractor is running and while we're spraying the trees. Alrighty, so you guys tell them we run this at 540 RPMs, and what this lever does here is, you guys see, I'm gonna turn off my left hand side. So if I turn this, the left hand side turns off, pull back, turns back on. So that's how I control the spray, or how I regulate what spray goes on what side. So right now most of these trees here, they are pretty straight. They're pretty full. We got some rows that, you know, here and there there's missing a tree or two. We tried, like right here, we tried replacing that so the tree's growing nicely. But it's pretty simple. It's like you just gotta sit in here and drive straight and make sure that spray is getting around the leaves and on the wood. And like I said before, we're spraying from the San Jose scale because, you know, for the first year since we had the orchard, we didn't know what the pest was, and we lost quite a bit of trees due to that. So now we know what it is, and now we know how to treat it. And, you know, gotta make sure you don't hit no trees, because if you hit the trees, you knock the trees over. And apple trees, they don't have a, you know, big root system. So right here, I'm gonna show you guys, turn off that. There's not a tree there. And then turn it back on. So that's exactly how our sprayer works in here. And we're having some problems with my the right hand side nozzles here. The valve doesn't close all the way, so you know you're losing a little bit of the spray on the end there. But I like to turn around like that, so most of the spray does get on the trees. Let's slow down here. Taking a sharp turn. I don't want the drive shaft to bust on me. So yeah, got a lot more trees to do, and I just wanted to show you guys that too before it got too dark, so you guys can't see me anymore. Even though I got lights on the tractor, just you can't see me in the cab here. So it's fun stuff. Alrighty guys, that's pretty much it for today. If you guys made it so far in this video, thanks for watching. Go ahead, hit that like button, give me a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, if you're watching the video for the first time, smash that subscribe button. I'm going to continue spraying these trees, and it's probably going to get dark. I've been, you know, it takes quite a bit of time to spray the whole orchard, but you know, with the good integrated pest management guide, you know, if you have good pest management, then you got good quality fruit you can sell at the farmer's market if you're wholesaling or whatever. So we do have AC and radio in this tractor, so it doesn't get too boring in here. Go ahead and turn that off. So that's pretty much it for today. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and until next time, you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching.